let's moving on to the listening. Today we are going to deal about listening, that is particularly part A. For listening part A, we are going to check what is that overview. We are having around 15 minutes this part A. To extract, we will write our answer option. This to extract going to be a consultation. I would like to welcome you all for this session. Today we are discussing about listening part A. It is going to be around 15 minutes and you will have two extracts with a patient consultation, and also you will receive notes, a short note completion. You will have 24 questions. Each extract have 12 questions, and also these questions you're going to complete within 15 minutes. You part A, part B, part C, you will continue with that, and then at the end of the listening test you will have 2 minutes to check your answer options, so that if you are not getting any answer options, don't stuck it there, move on. Okay, now, listening practice steps. We have 7 steps. We have to do the 7 steps. Whenever we are giving the task, you have to do under exam conditions. And also, you have to refer the key and identify your mistakes. Means, if you are doing it, how many questions you have get corrected, how many questions you are not getting your answers. Like that, you have to correct your answers, record your score on your self-assessment form. They will update you the self-assessment form every day with the task. And also fourth step, listen to the audio again with try to identify the answers related strategy. Don't look at the script before that. Fourth step is you have to listen the audio again, do your test and with the strategies. And fifth step is you have to listen the audio, read the script, and also you can mark the answer option in your script, so that you can highlight strategies whatever you are identified from the script. And then you have to do detailed analysis of the audio. Where is the signpost to start, where is the pause, how they are asking the question, where is the transition from one topic to another topic, how they are transiting from one to another one. Like that you have to do detailed analysis. And the last one is analytically listen to the same audio repeatedly for a week. Sorry, there is a spelling mistake. What it does it mean? It means you have to listen the same audio, so that you will not tell that I'm not practicing listening. If you are listening, it is not going to be so much time, it is going to be around 10 minutes, so that it will be so easy to understand your patient language and also healthcare professional language. If you are listening to the 1 week, you will understand the accent what they are speaking, so that it is easy to grasp things that what they are speaking. Okay, this is listening 7 steps we are following in our Edu Skills. How the exam format for part A. This is patient-led dialogue. What is that patient-led dialogue? Most of the answers coming from the patient mouth. It doesn't mean that you are only listen to patient. You have to listen to the health professionals as well, because these health professionals help you to lead the answers, because you will get answers from the patient mouth, but health professional will guide you to the answers. So you will have 30 seconds, that is golden seconds, to predict the answer. This is after the context, you will have beep sound for 30 after 30 seconds. You will have how we will know the 30 seconds completed. We will have beep sound, and then you have to start writing. You have to keep your eyes sharp, ears sharp, and hands active, so that you can listen and read and then write your answer. Write exact word or phrase as given in the audio. Sometimes you may feel that skin rash, but as you are writing fast, you may have tendency to add yes. If you are writing yes with the skin rash, you will not get marks. So that try to give your answer as stated in the audio. And then be aware of paraphrasing, synonymous language as in the case note. You all know it is not like reading or writing, because here we are using in the audio we are having the language that is local language, or it means colloquial language, or the patient speaking language, and also you will have the writing language. In writing language, the grammar it should be so correct, but in the speaking, when they are speaking, they will use their slang, they will use some of the some of the idioms, phrases, everything. You should be careful on that, so that you will understand how they are speaking. And also some of the words, some of the bone names, they will tell them using their language. For example, they will for clavicle they will tell beauty bones. For femur bone they will tell long bone. Like they will not tell femur bone. So you have to keep your ears so clean to listen what they are speaking. What is that context? Today we are going to look at the context that is called you hear a rheumatologist. Again, there is a spelling mistake. I'm really sorry for that. Talking to a patient called Harry Davies who suffers from gout and is attending for a medication review. Here you can see now our medical practitioner, I mean our medical professional is rheumatologist. Our patient is Harry Davis. The patient is having gout and also he is attending the clinic for the medication review. Look at this context. You have to imagine yourself. That is first method. If you are hearing that word gout, what all the things you will get in your mind, you have to think about that gout. What will have if patient is having gout, what are the symptoms they will have, what are the medications they will get. Like that you have to imagine that you are in the real situation, you are talking to a patient with a gout. Okay. Now and after this context you will have that 1 to 12 questions. Complete the notes with a word or short phrase that you hear. This is instruction for you. All the exams, it will be, they will read for 1 to 12 question. You will complete the notes with a short answer or short phrase. And also now you have 30 seconds to look at the notes. I- This is your instruction. So this instruction is same for the everything, every audio. So what you are going to do is you are going to reading the case note you have in your hand using first method. As I said, this is our listening strategies. Prediction. What you are going to do with your case note, you have to predict your answer first. This is the most important because 60% of the marks scoring from listening part A. So what you have to do is you have to score at least 20, so that you are ready to reach A grade or B grade. If you are getting less than that, still you have to practice more for listening part A. And then be aware of paraphrasing. That is, they will give you the case note is proper grammar. If they are not in audio, they will speak. They are using the spoken language, and that is why we need to be aware what is paraphrasing, how they paraphrased in differently in writing. And then be aware of synonymous. Sometimes they will tell, I am sick. What does this mean? Sick. Sick means you may think he is having fever, but in foreign countries they will tell, I'm sick. I feeling sick means they are having some kind of nausea, vomiting. So you have to understand that for language to so that you need this synonymous language. And then collective words. Be aware of collective words. For example, what does this mean, collective words? Collective words, nothing but it is a noun. If you see, knees, elbows, wrist are collectively known as joints. You can, what all the joints in your body means, you can state this: knees, elbows, wrist. For example, in your audio, in your audio, I am the person speaking to you means I will tell them I am having aching pains in my knees, elbows, wrist. But in your case note, what they will give, how they will give means the reports dash in joints. So the answer should be aching pains. Here you can see joints. In your written paper, in your written case note, they are not mentioned knees, elbows, wrist. Just collectively, they have mentioned it joints. I hope it is clear. That is called collective word. And also there are some of the collective words which is birds, nurses, like the worms. This is some of the group of the words called collective words. And then what we are going to listening for, you over in Edu Skill, they all knows what is this kind of scale, synonymous language, contrast, expressions, modal verbs, collective verbs, adjective, paraphrasing, chronological and time expression, emotions. This is the thing we have to listen for, read for, anything. This is the basic things we have to practice. And then now moving on to the tips. First tips, predict the answer. As I said, they will give you the side headings. You have side headings will be your guidance, and you are going to predict what going to be your answer. Sometimes your prediction is correct, sometimes it may not be correct, but you will have some idea what will be the answer, so that your ears will be practiced based on that, so it will be easy to catch your answer. Third one, write only what you hear. As I said, you just avoid adding yes or without s. You just have to keep your ears keen on your audios. And then check your answer makes logical and grammatical sense. For example, in your answer sheet they will give you in audio migrants, they stated in plural. In your answer keys also you have answer like migrant, you have written migrant. And then they after migrant they have given this is constant, this means plural. So what should be the answer? When you are having 2 minutes for reading or checking your answer, you have to check this one. If you are written migraine, you will not get answer because they have given plural. Migraine is a singular subject. So this is plural. So this means your answer should be plural. Migraines, this is constant. Like that you have to check with the grammatical sense and logical meaning. And then fifth one is, as I said earlier, if you miss any questions, just move on. If you stuck there, you will miss another question. So try to avoid that one. You have to, if you are know that you are lost, you have to move on. If nothing makes you perfect without practice. So you have to practice, 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 and then you will be perfect. Now our context already we know. So what we gonna predict? What we are going to predict based on this case note? This is the case note you have in your hand. First one is patient. Harry Davies. They have given patient. This highlighted black, it is side headings. Harry and medical history. Now next side heading is medical history. You can see there is a short note or case note, suffer from gout. And then they have given had a serious attack while on holiday. Listen this one, actually you have to underline before after the blank. Before the blank after the word there is some words you can underline that words to lead you to the answer. You can see pain in his dash accompanied. What is going to be the answer here? Some of the body part, because there is a pronoun his, so that you can see the some body part will be the answer. And second one is initially they have given adverbs initially before something they have thought something it is not good. Here also it is kind of noun, will be the answer, some kind of noun, some kind of actions, that is going to be the answer. And third option, medication taken for. Here it is going to be some disease condition also a noun, so you are looking for a noun there. Describes the pain as, you can see here, describe, they are going to describe something. So what is your answer here? Your answer will be adjective. It can be anything. There is pain, there is so much pain collocation, so you try to learn that one, so it will be helpful. And then fifth one is was unable to. Unable to, you can see here two, there is a two proposition. So what is your answer will be there? After two, there will be a verb or verb phrase, first base form of the verb or infinity. Your infinity will be your answer. Some actions going to be your answer, so you are listening to some action. And then moving on to the next one, says the clinic initially suspected dash before diagnosing gout. Here you can see before diagnosing gout, something they have suspected. First one, they have suspected what is the provisional diagnosis. Here you are having diagnosis. That is what we are predicting. Diagnosis. Diagnosis, it is also noun. And then moving into the next one, pain similar. They have previous experience. They're asking about previous experiencing. He is telling, he reports that he had similar pain after, you can see after doing something, so it means it shows some action after some activity. He is experienced the same kind of pain. And also you can see less and self resolving. But remember, this one they can tell before and after, they will speak. It is self resolving after this one, like that they will mix match. But you have to be clear when you are reading your questions. Let's see what is going to be the answer predictions. As I said, first answer option is going to be a body part, and second action going to be something, some kind of action, that is also noun. And third one is disease, or it can be symptoms, that is also noun. And fourth one is adjective, you can have single word or short phrase. And fifth one is verb, or it could be some verb phrase, that is verb after preposition to. And then the sixth one is noun, or it can be a noun phrase. That was the, you can have single word or you can have double word. It can be a diagnosis or it can be some disease condition. And seventh one is noun action. Here there is another subheading. It is treatment received. You can chat. You can use chat box. What could be the eighth answer? What could be your prediction for eighth one? You can put it your answer in the chat box. For eighth one, it could be some medication. For ninth one, they have given medication, something it is caused. So it could be some symptoms. And tenth one is, it could be some medications. And 11th one is quite effective. It could be some medication or some kind of treatment. And 12th one is some kind of symptoms. If you can look at this, they have given one another. They have given medication symptoms. Medication symptoms. You may have confusions here. So try to be active. Keep your ears sharp. Now you are going to write your answers. So you have to grab your pencil and pen now.
Occupational English Test. Listening test. This test has 3 parts. In each part, you'll hear a number of different extracts. At the start of each extract, you'll hear this sound. You'll have time to read the questions before you hear each extract, and you'll hear each extract once only. Complete your answers as you listen. At the end of the test, you'll have 2 minutes to check your answers. Part A. In this part of the test, you'll hear two different extracts. In each extract, a health professional is talking to a patient. For questions 1 to 24, complete the notes with information you hear. Now, look at the notes for extract 1. Extract 1, questions 1 to 12. You hear a rheumatologist talking to a patient called Harry Davies, who suffers from gout and is attending for a medication review. For questions 1 to 12, complete the notes with a word or short phrase. You now have 30 seconds to look at the notes.
Now, Mr. Davis,
Yep.
I understand your GP has referred you to me so that we can review the medications you're taking for your gout.
That's right.
So, tell me a bit about this gout. When did it start?
Well, my first serious attack was last year. My wife and I were on holiday and I woke up one morning with a really bad pain in my left knee. Well, I never thought of gout because I always assumed that just happens somewhere like your big toe, and anyway, I'm only 40. I thought it was something only old people get. So anyway, it was all red and swollen and I decided it must be an insect bite. But I couldn't think how that might have happened, without me feeling something at the time. Or my wife suggested it might be something to do with the pills I take for my cholesterol.
Unlikely, I think.
But anyway, the pain didn't get any better. In fact, quite the opposite. I started to get frightened because I thought it might be a sign of something really serious. It was excruciating. So my wife thought I needed to get some help. So she phoned the local clinic and told them about my symptoms. They told her to bring me in. It was a good thing she was there. I was in too much pain to drive. I could only just manage to walk from the house to the car. Anyway, when we got there, the doctor took a look and said he wanted to take a blood sample. He said it might be an emergency because it looked as if it could be septicemia. So then we got really frightened. But about an hour later, they came back and said no, it wasn't, thankfully. But they thought I had gout. So actually, at that stage, we were quite relieved.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And the doctor asked if I'd ever felt anything like it before. Well, actually, then I remembered that in the winter, I play quite a bit of rugby and sometimes I'd get some soreness in the same place the day after, but I just thought I'd sprained it or something, and it would go away after a couple of days. But this pain's much worse, and it comes even when I've been resting. I've had it quite a few times since my first attack.
Right. So, what have you been taking to deal with the pain?
Well, at first the doctor at the clinic suggested I took some anti-inflammatories, but I can't say they made much difference. So when I got the next attack, I was at home and I went to my GP. She suggested I took, I can't remember the name, Col something?
Colchicine?
That's the one. So that dealt with the pain better, but it gave me awful diarrhoea.
Yeah.
I'd never take it again. And then I had a really bad attack. I think the doctor had got to the stage where, she was already giving me really powerful medicines to no effect. So she gave me liquid morphine to take. It made me feel quite sick, actually. And I was a little bit away with the fairies, walking around not quite knowing where I was.
Right. Did you try any other sort of treatment apart from the medications?
Yes, my GP said I could try using an ice pack, and that did make a bit of difference, but you can't have it on all the time. So anyway, after that, she said, let's try allopurinol, see how you get on with that. So I started taking that, but I didn't get on with it. It gave me a skin rash, so I rang her up, and she told me to stop taking it, that I'd better see a specialist. So here I am. Is there anything more you can do?
Well, I'm sure we can find something, maybe a combination.
Okay, now you can see they have first in your answer option you have to written left knee, and second option, it could be an insect bite or insect bite. Third option, your answer should be cholesterol. Fourth one is excruciating. If you have written S-I-A-T-I-N-G, sometimes they will give you mark. But in normal in the normal condition, some of the medications, if you are writing spelling mistakes, they will not give you the marks. For example, vomiting, that vomiting is has one T. If you are writing two T, sometimes they will give you mark, but it is a basic English. If it is written wrongly, they will not give you the marks. And fifth answer is drive, and sixth one is septicemia, and seventh one is rugby. You can write it playing rugby, or you can write it rugby. The answer must be rugby. If you are playing, if you are writing playing without playing, it doesn't matter. The answer should be rugby. Rugby is nothing but kind of football. And eighth one is anti-inflammatories. You can see here anti-inflammatories, it is a hyphenated word, but in English, if you are not using hyphen, you will get answer, you will get mark. But if you are writing an anti-inflammatory y, not es, means you will not get an correct answer, you will not get mark, because in audio they have clearly mentioned anti-inflammatories. It is in the plural they have mentioned. If you are writing anti-inflammatory, cross your answer, it is wrong. And ninth one is diarrhea. Here you can see diarrhea. Either you can adopt British spelling, or you can adopt American spelling. It is American spelling. Whatever spelling you are okay with it, you can carry on. And tenth one is liquid morphine. Without the liquid, if you have written morphine, just cross your answer. It is wrong. You will not get more, because he has stated that particular specifications. That's why in our listening part A, we will think that our answer is correct, but there is some specification, so that they will not give you a mark. And 11th one is ice pack. He has mentioned it in singular. Ice pack. I have used ice pack. It is in your answer, in your audio. It made bit it is made bit difference. But in the case note, you can see quite effective. That is paraphrasing how they are used in speaking language and written language. And 12th answer option, you can see allopurinol cost. If you are writing a skin rash, if you are not writing article, it doesn't matter. Our answer should be skin rash. That is our must answer. If you are writing article, if you are not writing article, it doesn't matter. But you have to look at the line. If it is not giving correct exact meaning, then you will not get marks. If you are writing skin rashes here, you will not get marks as well, because they have mentioned in audio it is singular. Now let's look at the with the script. Here you can see first question. The how the doctor started. Hello, Mr. Davis. Yes, he said I'm here for the medication review. And then how you can see I were on holiday. So you can see when we are listening on holiday, you have to be active, and you have to be keep your ears sharp to get answer, because that is a guiding word to your answer. You can see pain in my left knee, and then after some talks, then he said it is all red and swollen. You can see it was red and swollen. It means they have referred knee. So in that way, you have to read the script to understand your answer options. And then second one is an insect bite. If you are writing, as I said, initially it must be insect bite. Again, they have used contrast word, but it couldn't think it might have happened. Because he doesn't know anything, that is something he felt wrong. So that is initially insect bite. And third one is pills. You can see in the written they have mentioned medication, but when he is speaking, he used pills. And fourth one is describe the pain. Yes, he was frightened. Now you can understand frightened means something is bad is coming. So he is going to give his experience how the pain was. He is describing something, so he is going to use adjectives there. And then the third, fifth one is drive. You all know I was in too much pain. It is that in the paraphrasing here they have used too much pain to drive. It means he was unable to drive. And then sixth answer option says clinically initially suspected. See here, because it looked at it could be. It could be, you can say could be septicemia. They are not confirmed. It is could be means you all know model verbs used to express opinion or suggestions. So it could be septicemia. That was he is telling before diagnosing gout. And that seventh one is playing rugby. If you are writing rugby, a bit of rugby, you will not get answer. Our answer should be rugby or playing rugby. You can write there. Here you can see this soreness and as sprained it something and it would go away. You can see here self-resolving, it would go away. It means the pain will go away. He is referring it here in this it he is referring the pain. It will go away after a couple of days. And then eighth one is you can see first I took anti-inflammatories, but it made it they it can't I can't say they made much difference. So they have changed the medication. He doesn't know the medication name, so he just giving you the hint cold. Cold means now your answer is going to come. What is your answer? How full diarrhea? You can see your how full. How full is something he's expressing that he's used adjective to express that diarrhea how it is. So if you are not writing how full, it doesn't matter, but your answer should have been diarrhea. And then tenth answer option, you can see dash caused nausea may overload. She gave me liquid morphine. He could have said it morphine. She gave me morphine. Why he could have said liquid morphine? That's the difference in your audio. They are looking for us to pick specific answers. And then made me quite sick. You can see in your case note they have written in nausea. But in your speaking, I mean in your audio they have said it made me feel quite sick actually quite sick. As I said, it is nausea. It is not than a fever or something else. And then I could try using an ice pack. Here ice pack that made it a bit of difference. It means quite effective. You can see the difference how they have converted into written English. That's why we need a script to practice part A, part B, C, everything. And then it gave me a skin rash means they are telling uh, again after the skin rash he told me to stop that one. And then she wants to give something try allopurinol, but it is gave me a rash. He is telling that skin rash. If you are writing yes skin rash you will get mark. If you are writing without article you will get marks, but if you are writing it in plural you will not get marks. Do you all know how many minutes this audio? It's just only 4 minutes, not more than that. So you have to complete within this 4 minutes your answer. This is your answer key. You can take a note if you want. That's all I have got you for today. Thank you.